Scott Jennings, Trump is the breaker of narratives. He exposed the political information distribution complex for what it is, a distributor of narratives and not facts. Every bit of that is true.
One of the superpowers of Donald Trump is that he's the breaker of narratives. And there were always narratives around him that he could never win the election, that the case in New York was going to bring him down, that, this or that was going to be the thing that finally brought down Donald Trump, or that Kamala Harris was the greatest presidential candidate we've ever seen, and so on and so forth. Trump is the breaker of narratives. And I think he exposed really the political information distribution complex in this election for what it is, which is often a distributor of narratives and not facts. And a lot of people came out and supported Donald Trump because they felt like they were being lied to by the current administration. They had a real mistrust of the policies that had been instituted. They were upset about the economy. The border was, and I think he's right, the border was really on people's minds for all of the societal impacts of that. And he broke all of the narratives around it that was coming out of the media and coming out of the Democrats, and won this huge victory. I think it's earth-shattering what he did, not just for politics, but the way we as Americans receive and process our political information. He kind of bypassed, in some ways, the mainstream media and went right to these alternative media sources. And it turns out his entire strategy around that was correct.
Well, we've said before on this channel that, in 2016, it was Twitter. This time it was podcasts, right? That was the new Twitter for him, podcasts. He did a bunch of them. The Joe Rogan one in particular was, I think, important and powerful. I think as well, too, that, the plan was there was a machine plan, a Democrat machine plan, where they had almost the entirety of the corporate media in the bag for them, pushing almost entirely negative news, negative narratives about Trump. I wonder how many people just got sick of it, just went, well, wait a second, not everything can be bad. I wonder how many people checked out the Fine People hoax video and found out for themselves, or the bloodbath video and found out for themselves and went, well, okay, now I understand why everything they say about him is negative, because they're lying. And hey, it only took me literally 3 minutes to discover that. Apparently, I'm a better journalist than all of these people that are paid to do it. It was you can't fool all the people all the time, but they wanted to fool enough of the people enough of the time, and they couldn't. It was a machine failure, and Trump broke that narrative. Part of it was just his doggedness. Part of it just seems like providence. Like, we've gone through, like, the mugshot. That was supposed to end him. The mugshot was supposed to end him, right? I mean, first it was Russiagate that was supposed to end him. Then it was the impeachment that was supposed to end him, right? Then it was January 6th that was supposed to end him. Then it was the mugshot that was supposed to end him, right? And what happens with the mugshot? It becomes this iconic picture that's awesome that people immediately started putting on T-shirts. Where was that? Hold on a second. There's the mugshot. How it started, how it's going. Now he's on the cover of Time, and they actually did a good picture of him on the cover. But this mugshot was supposed to be the end of him. He flipped it around. They tried to kill him. He ends up with the most iconic shot of him with his fist raised, blood on his face. Part of it seems to be providence, doesn't it? Some invisible hand guiding things. It's weird. But he broke those narratives. He went on the podcast, and guess what? People saw him and they went, hey, he's actually normal and funny. He's not all these things that I was told. They told me that he was like brain damaged and he couldn't think anymore and he's senile and whatnot. No, it seems like that's Biden, it seems like. And actually, this Kamala Harris doesn't seem so bright either.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context.
He broke all these narratives. What an amazing thing. It really is the biggest comeback of all time. And I think that his doggedness, his work ethic mattered. Because people want to root for a guy, They want to root for somebody who just won't give up. No matter what they throw at him, just won't give up. People want to support that. People want to cheer for that guy. And again, just the tsunami of bullshit. How many people just went, hold on a second, this can't all be true, right? What's going to, it seems like you're just persecuting this guy because you don't like him. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.